Hello there, I'm Greg Ison with Ison's Nursery. On this educational video, we're going to demonstrate how to get the vine down the wire the desired distance. In most vineyards, muscadine plants are planted 20 foot apart. So we want each vine to be able to grow 10 feet in each direction. So this video will demonstrate how we achieve that and what are the steps in order for the home gardener or the commercial grower to be able to do that themselves. As you can see on this plant here, we've gotten it up to the top of the wire. It has forked out and we have a main vine growing down the wire in each direction. On this particular plant here, this vine has grown about 2.5 foot down the wire in each direction. We still have about 7 or 8 foot of growth on each side in order to reach our desired goal. Now what we like to do here is about every 2 weeks, we'll come out here, and once this side growth gets about 6 inches long, we will come out here and we're going to pinch the tip end. Now the tip end is the very tip end of this lateral. So if you see behind my hand here, in front of my hand, this is the tip end. So what we'll do is we'll come out here and we're going to pinch that off right there. And we're going to pinch it off every single one of these side laterals. If they're a little bit longer than 6 inches, that's fine. But we're just going to come out here and we're going to pinch the tip end. That's what the tip end looks like. And we're going to do it on both sides of the plant. So I'm going to come through here. You don't need a pair of snips, you can just do it with your fingers. And there again, just so you can see, that's the tip end of the lateral, and we're just going to come out and just pinch it off, just like that. So we'll continue coming on both sides, pinching all of these off. Now the one that we do not pinch off is going to be the one that's growing down the wire. So on this lateral here, we're just going to leave it alone. We're not going to do anything because that's the one where we want the growth to go to. So we're going to come back in on this side. We'll continue pinching these tip ends off. Okay, I've got them all pinched off. The reason we do this, 2 reasons. The first reason is we're allowing the side growth to reach 6 to 8 inches long before we pinch the tip ends off. The reason we're doing that, these are going to be our fruiting branches for next year. So all of this here that we've pinched back are going to be our fruiting branches for next year. So if we were to come in here and cut all these completely off, then we won't have any fruiting branches for the following season. So that's why we allow them to grow 6 to 8 inches and pinch the tip ends off. Now when we pinch these tip ends off, here and all throughout, when we pinch those tip ends off, this side growth cannot grow for about 10 to 12 days. Every single one of these laterals has to put out a new bud before it can start growing again. So while all of this side growth can't grow, the growth then is being forced down the wire here and down the wire here on our main arms. So by pinching the tip ends of all the side growth, it filters the growth to the main vine growing down the wire in each direction. We will continue to keep these tip ends pinched off until each one of our main arms grows 10 foot down the wire in each direction. So in about 10 days, these tip ends will come back and they'll start growing again. And we'll just come back in and repeat this process. We'll come in and re-pinch all the tip ends off again to encourage the growth down the wire. Now, as the growth comes down, we'll come in here and tape it. We want it nice and tight on the wire so the plant knows which direction we want it to grow. So everything is kept at a 6 to 8 inch distance until we get this vine the desired distance down the wire. Once this vine has reached the 10 foot mark in each direction, then we will stop the tipping back of the laterals. We'll allow these to grow on out as much as they want to for the balance of the year. So there again, just the steps in the process. We come up, we allow the side growth to get about 6 to 8 inches long. We'll pinch the tip ends off all of the side laterals. Once we pinch those tip ends off, the side laterals can't grow for about 10 days. The whole 10 days that they can't grow, all the growth is forced here to our main vine that's growing down the wire in each direction. We will continue to keep the side laterals pinched off until this main vine here reaches 10 foot down the wire in each direction. Once the main vine reaches the 10 feet down the wire in each direction, then we'll allow the side laterals to grow as much as they want to for the balance of the summer. I hope this video demonstrates how we get the vines up and down the wire the first growing season, and we appreciate it. Thank you.